Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about two very common data structures. The first one is going to be stacks, and later on we'll cover queues. A stack is a collection of items. So the difference between a stack and a list or array data structure is that adding and removing items has to take place at the end of the stack. To create a stack, we'll start by initializing an empty list. And to add new items to the list, we just use the append function. So if we go ahead and print the stack, we see 1, 2, and 3 in that order. If we want to remove an item from the stack, we have to pop it off the list, which removes the last item. A great way to remember this is to visualize stacking a bunch of chairs. So let's flip over to that visual representation. So you start with one chair on the bottom, and you always add chairs on top. When you're thinking about removing chairs from the stack, you wouldn't automatically go to this bottom chair. If you tried to take this chair away, the whole stack could fall over. You start by taking one chair off at a time from the top until the stack is empty again. One thing to note is that adding and removing items from a stack should happen in constant time, but in Python, when a list grows in size, especially with large data sets, it doesn't end up happening in constant time because of the way that memory is being allocated. So a more efficient way to initialize a stack instead of creating just an empty array is to use this DQ class. And it has the same method names, append and pop. And as you can see here, it says this is a list-like sequence optimized for data access near its endpoints. So that just means you can be sure that this will operate in constant time. A queue is going to work very similarly to a stack. We're going to add items to the end of the list. The only difference is that when we remove items, instead of popping them off the end of the list, we'll remove them from the beginning of the list. The method name for removing from the beginning of the list is just pop left. So we would expect the list to only contain the last two elements, 2 and 3. A great way to visualize a queue is to imagine people queuing up in a line. So let's say this person is waiting to go into a store, right? They got here first, so they're at the beginning of the list. The orange person gets in behind them, and then green, and finally red. When the store finally opens, the blue person gets to go in first, so we remove blue from the beginning of the list, and we shift everyone over to the front. The same process repeats itself each time someone goes into the store. So that about covers it for stacks and queues. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And if you have any questions, please leave me a comment. And thank you so much for watching.